Everybody, welcome to the passenger seat. Well, I don't know if some of you guys know, some of you guys might not, but the Duffer Brothers have brought something exciting as starting a production company with a couple ideas in hand. So stick around and find out.
So, come join us here on the ride in
The
the
passenger
passenger
seat.
seat. Woo! Welcome back,
Woo!
riders, to another week in the passenger seat. Like Carlos said, we're gonna go ahead and hop into some awesome news that came out regarding the Duffer Brothers and
Yes, we
some
might
things that.
be a little late, but some of you might not know.
Yeah, true, true. This came out what for us? It's like what
I,
in the time of recording? It's about 4 days ago.
yeah.
Right, right. Time of recording is about
Yes.
4 days ago, so yeah, we're kind of late. But hey, again, some people might not have heard this, and by the time this video comes out, there's still probably going to be people who haven't heard of this. So, yeah, let's hop right into it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate that as a channel. Hopefully, you've liked all our previous content, and hopefully, you'll continue to join us if you're new here. Welcome, and yeah, let's get into this juicy tidbits.
So, as much as a lot of people surprised the Duffer Brothers, you know them for doing Stranger Things and doing massively well on Netflix. So they discussed with Netflix and their management and all that kind of stuff to start their own production company called the Upsidedown. Obviously, good name because everyone recognizes that. And with that and the contract they have with Netflix, they are given the free will and right to create other TV series spin-offs and films, including something really interesting, and that is they want to have their own take on Death Note.
Right,
Ooh.
right. So this news came as a surprise to me. Not so much that they wanted to go with their own production company. I mean, that makes sense. I think that's a very smart play. The same way that the creators, Brian Konietzko and drawing a blank on the other creator's name for the Avatar. Um,
Oh yeah,
they had they made the very smart move of making their own production company, and now we're gonna be able to get um that more content of the Avatar, and they'll be able to work freely without like a the hovering overlord that is multimedia companies. um
yes. I actually didn't those guys reveal that they have three new movies in hand or in ideas in their head or something like
yes, I think so. I think it had to do with, sorry, just drifting off the topic real quick.
that.
I think it was for Kyoshi, for Zuko, and for Korra. I think the three ideas were for the movies. Um, but anyways, reeling it back in, I think it's a really smart move for the Duffer Brothers. It makes a lot of sense. It gives them a lot of creative liberty when it comes to these sort of things. They don't have these multimedia giants or these streaming giants behind them telling them what to do, or with the pressure of that if it doesn't do well, they'll cut the series. So
Yeah,
I think it's just an overall very smart move.
I agree. Smart move. Obviously, the Duffer Brothers are amazing writers, amazing directors. I mean, look what they did with Stranger Things. It's phenomenal. I want to see what else they want to do. They look like, touching upon a lot of their thoughts and ideas of it. They like to, you could tell they like the horror stuff. They like to
Yes.
keep it like dark and stuff like that. So they asked in an interview when they revealed this if these spin-off series of Stranger Things were like, going to be based on some of the characters, and they actually said that they'd rather go away from that. They're like, we don't want to make a spin-off series of 11. Everyone already knows who that is, or a spin-off series of Billy, or whatever the case may be. They actually want it to tie into the same world, but be like a whole new cast, a whole new different characters. It's like mini spin-off series and films like that, which I think is kind of a good idea, though.
I do too. I mean, fresh faces. It'll just feel refreshing overall when it comes to these titles getting too mundane. They keep repeating the same thing over and over again. We get to see things from other characters' perspectives, and I think that's a really cool idea. Now, I think moving along into like the idea, the concept of them creating this Death Note
Ooh,
series.
series. That's
Yes,
a big deal.
that is a big deal. I mean, it's one. I think it's let's give them a go. Of course, they did a great job with Stranger Things, obviously, and now we'll see how they're able to perform with the sort of detective genre. You know, uh, if horror was their thing, I mean, I think they could pull it off pretty well. So high hopes.
Yeah, it's a toughie too because animes, man, they're so hard. They're so hard to make like live action, and
Mm-hmm.
I want them to pull it off honestly because they're amazing at the work they do. But the work they do is creating their own stories. This is a story that already exists, and you're just sort of adapting it. Obviously, they could put their own little spins here and there and all that stuff. And I'm gonna love the visual effects and all the horror they're gonna put into it. But you're right though, it's a detective story first and foremost, so it's like a whole different vibe. If they could pull it off, wonderful. If it happens to be a miss, then it's a miss. I mean, come on, we already had the Netflix film, so it's not like we're not used to
Right, right.
failing.
We're not used to. That's the thing. I think we're already used to disappointment. When it comes to anime adaptations, like live action adaptations. I mean, there's some good ones, of course, but as far as the series goes, that's a bit trickier, right? It's not the same as a movie, where you have to sort of condense the story into an hour and a half block or 2 hours. In a series, you
Hey, you can
have
take your time.
yeah, you have time to expand on the story, which is very, very good. I definitely love to see the actors who they're gonna choose. So I'd like to see the characters for the actors who are gonna play Light, L, Misa, um, Light's father. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be interesting. The Duffer Brothers have, I think, a great sort of feel when it comes to choosing actors. I mean, just looking at the actors from Stranger Things, I think they have great. What's that word? I guess great selection. They have great selection when it comes to actors and actresses.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I beyond the actors they'll choose. What I love about the Duffel Brothers and their Stranger Things take is they use a lot of practical effects. I'm really excited to see that in a Death Note perspective with Ryuk and the world that he comes from. It's gonna sort of look like the Upside Down, but like all the monsters are gonna be very like prosthetics and things like that. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, so I'm hoping it turns out to be good.
Yeah,
But if you don't have anything further to say,
I'm good.
um, we really like to know your opinion or your guys' opinion on this because I think it's exciting news. Do you think it's going to work out for them? Do you think it's going to be a bust? What original spin-off series would you like to see from Stranger Things? Just leave a comment below, and we'd really like to know your opinion. Honestly,
All right, so yeah, make sure to like, comment below, subscribe to our channel. Again, it always helps out. If you like this content of us picking up news along the way and then talking about it, let us know as well. And yeah, as always, thank you for joining us on the ride today. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll join us next time here in
the
the
passenger
passenger
seat.
seat.